The story of one of the most influential men in history doesn't begin in a palace, but amidst the smell of fish in the salty waters of the Sea of Galilee. Simon was an ordinary man with an explosive temper and hands calloused by heavy labor. He lived in Capernaum with his wife and mother-in-law, struggling daily against Roman taxes and empty nets. His life changed when his brother Andrew ran to him with impossible news. "We have found the Messiah." The first meeting with Jesus was striking. The Master looked into Simon's eyes and gave him a new name, Cephas, the rock. But Simon was far from stable. He witnessed a miraculous catch where, after a night of failure, Jesus' word filled their boats so much they began to sink. In that moment, Peter fell to his knees, recognizing his own unworthiness. Jesus, however, had a bigger plan. "Do not be afraid. From now on you will be fishers of men." For the next 3 years, Peter became the spokesman for the 12. He saw what few human eyes had ever seen. Atop the Mount of Transfiguration, he beheld Jesus in glory alongside Moses and Elijah. He was the only man in history, besides Christ himself, to defy the laws of physics and walk on water in the middle of a raging storm. But Peter's journey is a journey of duality. The very moment he walked on the sea, fear made him sink. The very moment he declared Jesus as the Son of the living God, he also tried to prevent the sacrifice of cross, receiving a harsh rebuke. Peter was a reflection of our own humanity, full of faith one minute and overcome by panic the next. He believed his own willpower was enough to sustain his loyalty. The darkest night of Peter's soul happened in a cold courtyard while Jesus was on trial. Hours earlier, Peter had cut off a guard's ear in Gethsemane, ready to fight. But before a simple servant girl, fear paralyzed him. 3 times he swore, "I do not know this man." The rooster's crow pierced the dawn silence like a sword in his heart. Peter went out and wept bitterly, drowned in the shame of failure. He thought his ministry was over, but after the resurrection, Jesus sought him out. On the same beach where it all began, Jesus did not condemn him. He asked 3 times, "Simon, do you love me?" For every denial, an opportunity for restoration. Jesus commissioned him once again, "Feed my sheep." There, the fisherman of fish finally died, so the leader of the church could be born. Clothed in the power of the Holy Spirit at Pentecost, Peter preached with such authority that 3,000 souls were converted in a single day. He performed miracles, healed the lame, and even raised the dead. He faced prisons and persecutions, being delivered by angels. Peter opened the doors of the gospel to the Gentiles through Cornelius, understanding that God shows no partiality. His journey ends in Rome, the heart of the empire he once feared. According to Christian tradition, upon being sentenced to death, Peter made one final request: to be crucified upside down, as he did not consider himself worthy to die in the same manner as his Lord. Peter, the man who started as shifting sand, ended as the unshakable rock upon which the Christian faith was built. As we look at the end of Peter's life, we don't just see a martyr. We see the triumph of grace over human imperfection. Why did Jesus choose someone so unstable to be the leader of his church? The answer is simple: so that no one could claim the work was a result of human merit, but rather of God's power. Peter teaches us the concept of identity tension. Throughout his journey, he lived between Simon, the old fisherman, impulsive and fearful, and Peter, the new creation, the rock. We are the same. There are days when we walk on water and days when we sink. There are days when we declare our faith with courage and others when, through our silence, we deny Christ in our workplace or within our families. The deeper analysis of Peter's life reveals that his greatest mistake was not the denial, but the pride of thinking his own strength would sustain him. When Jesus restores him on the beach, he doesn't ask about his theology or his courage. He asks about love. "Do you love me?" Jesus was teaching Peter and all of us that service to the kingdom is not based on perfection, but on a relationship of devotional love. If today you feel like Peter in the high priest's courtyard, bitter over your mistake, know that the same Jesus who prepared a charcoal fire on the beach for Peter has prepared a place of table and forgiveness for you. Your failures are not the final point. They are merely the setting where God will display his mercy. Historically, Peter's leadership in Rome solidified the church during a period of dangerous transition. He was not just a preacher. He was the bridge between Jewish tradition and the expansion into the Gentile world. His writings, the letters of 1 and 2 Peter, are manuals of resistance for Christians under persecution. He reminds us that we are sojourners and pilgrims. The analysis of his death, crucifixion upside down, is the ultimate symbol of his transformation. The man who once sought the first place now considered himself unworthy to occupy the same place as his Lord in death. This is metanoia, the complete change of mind.